What's up, UC Davis? This is Arniel Mirasol Jr., and I'm here with Corey Hawkins and JT Adenrele from the UC Davis men's basketball team. They're joining us for a special edition of Aggie Central. The basketball season is over. You guys finished with an overall record of 14-17, and you had a trip to the Big West Conference tournament where you unfortunately lost in the first round. Do you think you guys could say a few words about your overall season and how you guys felt?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was an improvement. Obviously, from the previous year, we made a lot of strides in the positive direction. I think guys worked hard in the off season to, correct some of the things we needed to. I think I was able to come in and help play this year. But I think there was a lot of things that we lacked, and we could have ended up a lot better than we did. But that's what this off season is for, and we're just moving forward now.
My opinion, I think it was a great year for us for improvement wise. I mean, last year was just abysmal, to be honest. Both playing and looking back on it. But yeah, like I said, great improvement this year. We still have a long way to go. I mean, guys are really stepping up. I mean, even right now it's spring and we're still competing like it's season. So I mean that's a good sign. So we're definitely making improvements for the future.
Okay. Well, there are a lot of highlights this season. A lot of guys had big games, but I think the number one thing that people will remember from this season was the live basketball game that you guys played against Long Beach State. And it was aired on ESPN too. Can you guys talk about that experience and how it was kind of different because normally we're not shown on TV and we don't have millions of people watching?
I mean, the whole week, but prior to the game, we're just excitement building up towards the game. I mean, we're handing out flyers. People were telling us oh, we can't wait for the game, can't wait for this. We were just excited to play the game. So when the game finally rolled around, it was a great experience. I mean, walking out onto the court and just seeing the whole place packed with people was amazing. I mean, you can't even really describe it in words. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere for not just for basketball, but for any sport. When you have a packed crowd like that rooting for you, it's always gonna make you play better, make you feel more excited, and give you a lot more adrenaline than you would when maybe a regular game comes by. So I think that definitely helped. And the fact that it was Long Beach State, we wanted something to prove. We wanted to prove that we could go out there and compete with them because they are usually the top team in our conference. So I think we had a lot to show for it. And I think we went out there and proved that we can battle with anybody in our conference.
Yeah.
Hey, shouts out to Aggie Pack too. Thank you.
Yeah, I was actually at that game and that was really exciting. It came down to the wire, but I know unfortunately you, Corey, you got hurt in the final minutes. Can you talk about how it was that experience for you having to just sit and watch how the game end?
Yeah, and I mean it was hard. Obviously, I'm not able to be out there helping my teammate, but I honestly wasn't watching. I was too busy in pain. But trying to get back out there on the court, but my leg just wasn't letting loose, so I wasn't able to. But we got a great shot, so I can't really complain with the ending.
Okay. Well, obviously the team, you guys are pretty close, I would imagine, and then you probably have a huge family concept because everyone needs to, in order to work together, you kind of have to know each other's ins and outs. Can you guys talk about that and if what you guys do off the court together?
I mean, when we break in the weight room, it's family and together. That's what we say. It's 1, 2, 3, family, 4, 5, 6 together. So right off that, we're family. There's nothing that we won't do for each other. There's nothing that we won't There's nothing we won't. We'll just do anything for each other. But I mean, it's great playing with family. I mean, Corey, I consider him one of my brothers. Everyone else on the team is one of my brothers. I mean, it's really fun being able to play and stay as one unit. So.
Yeah, I think it works so well because each guy individually has such a high character and good qualities about them, and I think they transfer that on and off the court, so it makes it easy to go along with. So it's definitely the greatest group of guys I've ever played with, for sure.
For sure. Now, one of the guys who isn't here is Ryan Sipkins, and he had a very pretty good season, and he's only a junior. He'll likely be around for a year, but you might mind talking about him a little bit and how and the night where he broke the 3-point shooting record, because that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I mean, he would be able to elaborate on that better than I would, but I mean, obviously, I can imagine that's a special feeling. Anytime you hold a record anywhere, that's a prideful feeling. But he's he's been our shooter, since day one, and I know I have complete faith in him. He works extremely hard at his jumper and ways to improve his game. So, when I'm out there on the court, he helps me be able to, get to the basket because guys have to stay so tight on him because he can shoot the ball. Lights out, one of the best shooters I've ever seen. And we have a lot of weapons, Ty Less and Josh Richard, they can all shoot the ball lights out. So when, you have shooters like that, it helps me out a lot.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, the kid can shoot, man. I mean, shout out to our site. He can shoot. I mean, that's just him doing his job. I mean, honestly, it makes all of our jobs easier, and us doing our jobs allows him to get his shots open. So it's back and forth. So, I mean, he deserves to break the record. So.
Now, you guys, like I mentioned, the family concept. I understand there are probably some seniors on the team that are graduating. Like, can you talk about how that's going to be like, and some new people that you're bringing into the family, like some freshmen or walk-on transfers, stuff like that, and that process and how important it is to or if the family vibe will be somewhat different, or you have to how you're going to incorporate them to your family.
I mean, of course, it's tough losing Hallie and Paula, our two seniors. Right now we have one freshman coming in. I think Brenton and Lamar. I think that's the only one we have right now. But I mean, from his start, when he started recruiting, when we first met him, it's like he's one of the family. If he's gonna come here, he's one of the family already. There's no one left out or anything. It's kind of tradition. So it's just we pick up where we left off and kind of start.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's hard to incorporate guys in our family just because I think our coaches do a good job at recruiting, high quality guys with good character that won't cause trouble and, that have, good qualities about them. He's a great kid and he works hard, from the little time I spent with him already. He has a, I guess you would say a resume for his high school career. And we're excited to get him out here.
Okay. Now, recently there were some off-season awards given out. I understand you, JT, were received an honorable mention to be considered an All-American, and you, Corey, you actually were elected to that team. Can you talk about that honor and how it feels to be chosen for that?
I mean, obviously it's a great feeling. I wasn't expecting it at all. I didn't know much, about any other mid-majors out there. My thinking is not to get awards, when I'm out there, it's to win solely. That's what I love to do. Any competitor likes to win. So whatever awards come along with it, they just do. But I can't really, hang my head on those because, I have to continue to get better because everybody else is. So I can't be complacent. I mean, it feels good, but it's over with, honestly, already. So I just got to look towards the future and figure out ways to get better.
For me, honestly, I think it's more about winning. I mean, of course, the award is nice to have, but I think it's a step in the right direction. I mean, we're obviously doing something right. I mean, we're getting recognized for what we're doing on the court. So we just have to keep pushing ourselves, keep getting ourselves better, and hopefully we can get some more wins. And that's really what's important.
I understand that both of you are sophomores right now. Can you talk about your goals for the future with the basketball team?
With the basketball team, I mean, of course, is to win a Big West championship and see where else we can go, in the March Madness tournament. As far as other things go, I mean, just of course stay together as a unit. Trying to get as best as we can before my career ends. I mean, that's like I said before, winning is the ultimate goal. So
yeah, I mean, winning. That's what it's all about. I mean, you can't put a price on that. If you're winning, you're going to get the recognition that you won, and you're going to get the opportunities that you can. So just to get as many wins as we can. I definitely think we have the talent to do it. I really do. I think guys are very unselfish on this team, and I think they have a hard work ethic. And as long as we just keep continuing to put the pieces together, it's not going to happen all at once. But as long as we keep making positive strides, I think we'll be all right.
Okay. Now, I know you guys talked about that, but most college athletes look ahead towards maybe potentially going to the NBA. Do either of you or maybe anyone else on the team have those aspirations, or is that too far ahead and you're not really thinking about it right now?
I mean, I can't speak for other guys. You would have to ask them. For me personally, that's something I've wanted to do since I was 8 years old. So that's nothing new for me. But at the same time, that's on hold, because what I focus on right now is UC Davis basketball and how I can, make us better and, get some championships under our belt. So, while I always have it in the back of my mind, I think what's most important is, what I can do to help my teammates out and help this program get to another level.
Okay.
I mean, for me, the same thing. I mean, for right now, I think I'm focusing on the school. I mean, my studies and the basketball team. I think you don't really start to worry about like future professional playing until you're kind of towards your end of your career. I mean, we still have 2 years to go, so there's plenty of time. And I mean, if we keep winning, we'll get opportunities and might even get some looks from NBA scouts. So I mean, the future is bright for us. So I think we just have to kind of stay focused and see where it takes us.
Well, thank you, Corey. Thank you, JT. Thanks for being with us. I have no more questions, so I guess this is the end of the interview. This has been Arniel Mirasol with AggieTV. Thanks for watching.
Shout out the whole team, man. We love y'all.